You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You good?
Yeah, I mean, you looking good, big.
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, they say we live, man.
We here.
Hey,
My
bro,
bad, bro. I mean, you messed me up. I mean, you over there shining, boy.
Hey, bro, you
cutting checks. You cutting checks without me?
Nah, man, I'm definitely not, bro.
You got a nice little piece on your arm, piece on your neck.
Bro. They say they ain't thing unless you put it on the chain,
I'm
brother.
looking like, boy, they cutting checks without me.
Nah,
we have been having business deals.
Nah, man, Destined By Design, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing, so you got to put it on the chain, man.
Nah, most definitely. I like that joint, though.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to the W Brothers, man. I'm going to go ahead and drop their link in the description, bro, so everybody trying to get their custom pieces done.
Yeah,
hey, listen.
very professional.
Very professional, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with buying jewelry, though. Real jewelry. Let's get it clear, though.
Yeah, nothing fake. Break out the machine if you want. Put it on.
You
heard be good over here.
Yeah, believe it. What's good with you, though, man?
Nah, bro. It's been an interesting few weeks since we last recorded. That last one, though.
Yeah. Woo. Checking in.
Yo, hey. I've been hearing from random people. Mm-hmm. Bro, you see the attention y'all getting?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's already destined.
Yeah. By design, what you talking about?
That's already destined, bro. You ain't, and the crazy part, we're doing it quietly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing too much boosting. We didn't even do like a promo for the last one, you know what I'm saying? But just to see, people are really listening. People are like, you got an email before we started recording.
Yeah.
You know, people want to work with us and, you know what I'm saying, buy into what we got going on. So, hey, it's just, all I can always say, bro, is Lord, I thank you.
Bro, when you two positive brothers and you ain't out there putting no madness out, you out there just spreading positivity, I think at the end of the day, man, people are going to want to gravitate to you, man.
And it's crazy because, like I told you, a lot of people that I at least suspect has been listening, but they seen another side of us. Like I said, people always got a perception. But when you hear another side, you're like, I ain't even know, bro, either went through that, talk like that, even got knowledge like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. I like it, bro. It's bringing me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I see it now, even when I'm dealing with just people in general, how I converse, how I'm moving. I told you, bro, I'm locked in, like the focus, you can talk about it, but when you're really doing it, it's a different, like it's a beautiful thing.
Man,
bro.
Your sister said it well, man. She said, like, now that you're on this platform, like, you got to carry yourself a little bit different. Like, a lot of people can talk the talk, but is we walking the walk, man.
And it's crazy since that conversation, like, it's really has sunk in, bro. Like, that shit, like, it's like tattooed on my chest with that, you know what I'm saying? So, really just trying to move correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Ross say, I don't want to move too slow. I don't want to move too fast. I want to move just right. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what we on, man. We moving intentionally, man. We not allowing anything to happen haphazardly, allowing it to just come. Nah, man, you got to be intentional if you want to be successful. You want things to move along. You got to be intentional with your actions.
We're not forcing, and we're trusting the process.
Yeah, don't trust it. Hey, don't rush the process. Trust the process.
You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful. It's just, it's crazy, bro. Like I be sitting back sometimes thinking, like I know people don't even understand the half, but just to see how far we have come. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't think people sometimes, I know they hear what we have said, but like when you actually to yourself just sit there and you be like, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me like better than most.
Sure.
It will come a time where I just would not care. I would be the most ratchet, just all out there.
Ignorant.
Ass. You know what I'm saying? But, just doing this, moving the way I'm moving, just locked in the way I'm locked in, it's helped making me grow up too.
Yeah, I was just about to use that word, growth.
Yeah, growth is like, and the growth crucial right now is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I see, man, now because I'm monitoring everything around me, everything that's moving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm moving so much wiser. You know what I'm saying? So just sitting back, and I was thinking about both of us, bro. Like we're gonna get into it as this podcast goes on with more episodes and stuff, but I don't think people like it's really a backstory. Okay. You know what I'm saying, to this story. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it just sometimes has me like, if you only knew that person a couple years ago or shit a year ago.
Yeah, keep it real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so just to see where we have come, like I told you, like just I go back and just watch the old episodes and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, hey, like I told y'all from the beginning, failure is not an option.
Failure ain't an option, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me something a long time ago, man. I don't even know where I heard it from, man. But they said, you know, especially when you're successful or you're finding success in whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
A lot of people want your success, but they don't want your struggle, and they sure as hell don't want your story. And so at the end of the day, I think that's important. You know what I mean? To kind of like give them our story, to say, okay, yeah, you want the success or you want the attention or whatever we receiving or whatever, but it ain't about that. But I think what makes us special is that, you know, we definitely have a backstory or something that, you know, we can say that this is why we are the way we are, why we're authentic, and why this Destined by Design works, you know?
And I think we're at a point in our life that we're ready to talk about it.
Yeah, because at one point,
you wouldn't get me to say 2 words. My communication, I told my friend the other day, my communication skills was some shit.
Yeah.
I would shut down. I wouldn't even say nothing.
Right.
So like the person you see, people are not used to that. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, it really shows you a lot. Like you said, you know, somebody told you, like, when you really want something in life, bro, like we talk about it, like, what's your why? It's just a test. But when you really want something, you're gonna lose a lot at first. But as you start to make your way up, you're gonna gain it all back 100-fold.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? So like you said, man, I don't think people understand the time. You know, you're in school, you work, you know, we doing things on the go, you know what I'm saying? But we're doing something that we believe in, so we know we have to put the overtime in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know the bigger goal and what we've seen, you know, the vision that's been put in front of us. So we know we're going to get there. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're locked in and you're really not worrying about the outsiders, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing I think where we're at now, man. Like, you know, I know for me, I used to be worrying about what people think. And like I told you, I really don't worry about it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to take me for who I am and understand where I'm going,
or you're not.
Or you're not.
Right.
I can't force you to like me. And that go for that's just not for people in general, outside people. That's for family too.
That's word.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, you know, they can be your biggest haters too. So,
bro,
you have to be very mindful. Like, everybody does not want to see you win.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just crazy. You know, this topic that we're going to talk about today, once you get into it, bro, like, we've been really pushing it, like, on hold. I always be like, I don't want to do that yet, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like,
right.
You know, I people ask me, what you going to say? I don't really know, because,
right.
You know, it's just a sign of growth, but it's also a healing process. It's also to help somebody that's listening, because, you know, sometimes, you know, it's just, in order to get over something, you have to speak on it.
Yeah.
That's the only way it goes away. You can drink, you can do all that stuff to numb it.
Yeah.
But once you actually speak on it, you touch on it, you address it, that's when the healing actually takes place. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, so, you got to address it, man. You got to address it, because at the end of the day, man, like you said, it's not going to go away. You can try to drink your sorrows away, or you can try to be mad at the world, but at the end of the day.
And the drugs, all that, bro, like, you know, just real quick, bro, you know, the drug thing is getting crazy. I know I spoke on my man last joint, got killed. Rest in peace, Monty. We lost another soldier.
Wow, man.
You know what I'm saying? Another soldier, OD, Lil B, Lil Brian, my man Tom P and Trev P, little brother, man. You know, I don't really know the situation, but the addiction of what these young cats is doing is getting dangerous.
Believe it.
But we're going to speak on that, you know, because addiction does come from other areas. You know, you can actually get that passed down.
Absolutely.
From a family member. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're going to speak about just my prayers and everything with my man Tom P and Trev P family for Lil B, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, just gone too soon.
Yeah, that's
you know
crazy,
what I'm saying? Dealing with his demons and couldn't really handle it. You feel me? So, yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I meant to tell you. Yeah, it's just,
that's tough, brother.
Yeah, it's a lot going on in the M City. Yeah, you feel
absolutely.
Me?
Yeah. People don't know about Manassas.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
damn.
It's a lot going on, bro.
But yeah, man. Yo, so like you were saying, like today's topic, breaking generational cycles, generational curses, right? A topic that we wanted to discuss for a real long time, but kept putting it off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, because it's so important, bro. And I'm telling you, I was home back in New Haven, man, and it didn't really hit me. And I told you off camera, like, yo, it didn't hit me until I was talking to my Aunt Eula. It's the woman that raised me.
Most deaf.
And she was like, so what you and Big C gonna discuss?
She called me Big C.
Like,
make sure you tell her I said hello.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So she was like, yo, I think that's a good topic y'all gonna speak on. And Bro, like when she broke it down, she was like, a lot of people use generational cycles and generational curses. They use it interchangeably, like it's the same thing.
Most def.
But she broke it down in a way, and I'm gonna basically try to recall it like she said it. So she basically said that the difference between a cycle and the difference between a curse is cycles tend to be about choices. You know what I mean? So generational cycles, they're like patterns of behaviors. You know what I mean? And so you can literally get caught in a pattern or cycle of behavior like lying, being prideful, I guess even people like going through divorce and stuff like that. Like these are patterns and cycles that families tend to get pulled into. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the curses are things that are over your life and on your family that some families are just predisposed to. Like they're gonna go through that, like diabetes in the family or certain types of cancers or things like that, or alcoholism or addictions. This stuff is passed down through your DNA. You can't help that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think it's important for people to realize, when we're making choices that are blocking our blessings, and also recognizing the difference but when you have a curse on your life. You know what I mean? Okay. And so both can be broken. You know what I mean? And the only way to kind of break those cycles is, by prayer. You already know like that. But then it's also about making choices, man. You got to be accountable for your actions at the end of the day.
Most definitely. It ain't, we can say accountable, but you also got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, you gotta address it.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? I think you spoke on the divorce thing. A lot of times, it don't gotta be that you just saw it. Your parents divorced, so you got a divorce. But you also gotta know, even if your parents didn't divorce, but it might just be things that you took into your relationship that you thought was normal.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If we really want to speak on it, I was actually, we was talking about it off camera. I never forget. I think I was like 17, bro, 17 or 18 years old. And I was like, yo, Pop, you ain't really show me, you know what I'm saying? Cause his father, my grandma, Miss Helen, their job was just to provide.
Right.
Helen, make them kids something to eat. Helen, get this, right. Helen, go get them gifts, go get that school. Yeah. Lisa, you go take care of that. Yeah. Like it was just, he gave a, like not like a directive, but it was just more of a, I do this, you got the house.
Right.
So my father saw that, you know what I'm saying? But so he did the same for us, but I said, Pop, you really ain't never really teach me how to like hold hands with a shorty.
Right.
Like my pop talks, but he communicates with my mom, but he kind of does that not in front of us. Like if he had an issue, that's that's between them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put the blame game on him, but I was just like, I had to kind of learn that late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to go through some shit to understand some shit, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people have to understand we can't put all the blame on the parents.
No, you can't. You
know what I'm saying? Like, you always hear the stigma. Only one parent. I think we used to get into it when we would be at work. You know what I'm saying? In some situations.
Yeah, believe it.
And people would get mad and you would be like, it is different when it's a two household parent.
Yeah.
I think you were saying something like that. And then when they was like, whoa, a mom can just, and she can play both roles. But when dad's involved, it just gives that some type of like safety net.
Yeah, structure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kids know how to get over on moms sometimes. Not all moms, but some moms give in. Yeah, you feel me?
It definitely gets to a point to where the mom is just unable, especially if you're raising a young son.
Yeah.
Just keep it real, especially if you're raising a young black man. You know
Most
what I
definitely.
mean? It just gets to a point to where the mom, there's not one day have you been a man, so it gets to a point to where that testosterone hit that system, you're not going to recognize them no more.
And it's crazy, bro, because I got a lot of homeboys that got single moms, but they made that choice. I got to take care of moms. You know what I'm saying? So their mind frame was, I got to be the man of the house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They had to step up at a young age.
Right.
So, but it don't always work like that either, though. You see what I'm saying? So I get I definitely get that, bro. I think sometimes we play the blame game so much that we get so caught up in our own mess with it. Like, the hardest thing to ever do is really look at yourself and say, I'm the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with the generation curses, the cycle of things, you can only blame your mom and dad for so much, bro. Like if he wasn't in your life, I get it. I know that shit hurt.
Yeah.
I know that hurt mom wasn't around. But we got to man up and we got to woman up. You feel me? Like, you don't want to put your kids through what you went through.
Yeah.
So I had to make the choice. Okay, I know what it feel like to have a absent parent. I got to make sure I'm involved all aspects.
Right.
So you also have to be mindful who you choosing, who you make your kids with too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could be attracted to what was absent in your life. You see what I'm saying? Of what you remember, but just because it gives you resemblance, you see what I'm saying? You try to avoid, you try to get that to, you know what I'm saying, take that void away. You know, she never really thought about that. And I was just thinking like, damn, people do that. I've seen females do it all the time. You know, dad wasn't there, but you date somebody just like your dad.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You say he ain't shit, but you dating what you say you don't want.
Got
You know
you,
what I'm
got
saying?
you, got
What
you.
you had and what you didn't want to see what your mom went through.
Yeah. You know what's funny, man, is there's this saying that more is caught than taught, right?
Okay.
Which basically means that I know we don't want to put all the onus on the parents or blame the parents for, you know, the kids' lack of knowledge or whatever, but it does come down to parenting.
Oh, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Parents, you got to be mindful about what you're putting out to, you know, just displaying in front of your kids. So when you say more is caught than taught, you don't necessarily got to teach your daughter to hate men. You just gotta, you know, she just gotta hear you say, "Oh, that man ain't shit." You know what I mean? I don't need a man, stuff like that. And fathers, you ain't necessarily got to teach your son how to not have accountability and responsibility. You just don't be there, and he's gonna learn. He's gonna pick it up. He's gonna catch it. That I don't have to be responsible for my offspring or anything like that. You know what I mean? And so it's just caught, and then that cycle just continues, bro.
And the hurt passes down. And
you gotta stop paying the pain forward, bro, because I see it all the time. There's a lot of young men who's not gonna take up that mantle and lead their families because they still dealing with the pain of them not having an example to lead by either. You know what I mean?
Bro, real quick, think about all the kids we done dealt with and worked with.
We see it every day.
It's shocking. When's the last time you seen a 2-parent household?
It's been a while, and if it is, it's not black and brown kids, and that's just keeping it 100. That's just keeping it 1. It's not a shot at the community, but that's the numbers, bro. That's the statistics. Is that a lot of 2-parent households? You know, if your kids are involved in the system, they don't come from that kind of structure.
And I think the biggest thing that all we can do is, you know, show us another way. You know what I'm saying? How we conduct ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like today, I had a conversation and all he wanted was my time. He just wanted my time to talk. And you can see that he doesn't get a lot of time from the parent, the male parent. I don't even think he knows him.
Got you.
But he wanted my time, and we broke it down, went over some things, and just the whole rest of the day was just smooth. Like he just seemed like he had a spark.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get that, bro. And I can't really say what it's like not to have both because I had both.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You think that benefited you, right? Or no?
Yeah. Because I don't know if I would have made it to even 18 without my father. You know, everything that was put in front of us. You know, like I told you, bro, I used to hear I'm going to end up like my uncles. You know, there's no shame, nothing on them, but, you know, all of them was behind bars. Even my father did some time. That was always a thing in front of me and my brother. You know, don't take the same steps your uncles did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they bad men because they great men, but the decisions and the things they chose to do.
Choices.
That was their choice. You feel me? So, you know, growing up, seeing so much. You know, mom tried to hide it, but the neighborhoods we grew up in, bro, you seen it. You know what I'm saying? You heard it.
You know what's strange, man, is I know your family, so I know Angie is a praying woman.
Yeah.
And so ain't it interesting, bro, that you can hear that all your life, don't be like your uncle, you can have a praying mother, and then keep it real. You yourself fell into a pattern.
Yeah, bro, like, and it's crazy. Because I never knew how, when we kept talking about that, I didn't know what direction I was going to go in. And you can have it.
Yeah.
You can have all the things you need in front of you, but you still can make bad choices.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But then, you just not to cut you off, but like drug addiction and alcoholism, the shit was in your blood.
Yeah.
So
it was
a curse than a choice.
I think for us, man, it was a thing that we used to talk about all the time that we weren't going to do it. We weren't going to do it till we actually went through some real shit.
Got you.
And then there we go right in front of it. That's all we could turn to. You know, and that's my thing, bro. Like a lot of people don't know, man. You know, because you was close and you know the past, but I dealt with that drug shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went through some great deal of depression back in the day. You know what I'm saying? 2010, 2011. And I can easily say, you know, because my uncles dealt with it, my pops, you know what I'm saying? He touched on it. He dealt with it. My grandfather was an alcoholic. You know, I used to drink like a sailor to the point where I would do some wild, bro. I would do some, bro. I would step out. It'd be a window and I'd be like in the college dorms and I would just look down like, ain't shit, I'll make that.
Stop playing,
bro. And it's crazy. If she heard, and the person that was there that night, she know, because I never forget, they was like pulling me back. Bro, I'm good. I swear I was like, bro, we was high. If I would have dropped, I was dead. God damn. That alcohol would make you think and make you do things. And, you know, it got to a point where it was just like water.
Wow, bro.
You feel me? You know, just let's go deeper.
Yeah.
When I got to Kansas, you know, I met them boys from Texas.
Right. Because you went out there for football, right?
For football, I went to JUCO and I got introduced to codeine.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? Everything was slow. You know what I'm saying? So that became a habit. I had to have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just to listen to the old stories my grandma used to say about my uncles, how they would just test things.
Got you.
But then continue to do it and it would trip them out. I'm falling in the same trap.
Right.
So then you have to question yourself, am I doing this because I'm hiding from something, I'm dealing with something, or am I just making the choice to just do it?
Right.
Sometimes, and like you said, it can be in our bloodline, but sometimes we know how to say no too, bro.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know, you grow up and you see family members, you know, men in your family go from woman to woman. Shit, you think that shit cool too.
That's a pattern, though.
So then you take on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to see where your ego at. I got to go woman to woman too.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's just so much that you see that you just start to take it in yourself. That's okay to do.
That's one of the most common patterns is lust. You know what I mean?
Powerful.
It's bro, lust is so powerful. I was just with my man. We went down to Charlotte, yo. And rest in peace to Eon, man. Like his father, man, he just passed away, and he was telling me a story about him, and he was like, bro, the only thing my father really passed down to me was his love of women. Like, that's it.
But that's real though, bro.
That's
like
it.
And it's crazy because one thing we can say easily, dog, like one thing dudes will do. They will mess with women. Like they will go from woman to woman if they, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's wild to say, but it's true. Like that comment is legit, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And for myself, like you said, lust, man, like I struggled in that area for so
you ain't the
long.
only one, man. You ain't
like that's
you'll risk it all.
And just to see if I could get her.
Yeah.
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
All it takes.
That's all. I just want to see if I still got it.
Right.
And what people have to understand, that lust is addiction.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could be stronger than any drug.
Sure.
Give you a rush.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that, I think for me, bro, that was one thing I think I will say, that if it's a cycle in my family, lust is.
Oh,
like my mom makes this joke. She make this joke like when my pop chewing gum.
Right.
That he think that's when he on his set, like his cute time. Like he think he could chew gum cute. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his flavor. You know what I'm saying? But that the lust thing, I will say is I'm not gonna say it's a generational. I would say it's just something that we have taken and that have not dealt with as men in our family.
Okay.
And that's something that I feel like I would have to address with my sons when I have them.
You're gonna have to. Yo, I think that's so important that you just said that, man, because here's the thing. When we're talking about breaking these generational cycles and generational curses, like you have to backtrack it from where it originates from, but you also have to be prepared to address it regardless, because if it's a curse, it's in your bloodline, and so you're gonna see it coming in your kids. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to know, because you can't address what you're not aware of. You know what I mean? That's number one, is to identify it. So the fact that you can identify that lust runs in your family, and especially amongst the men, you already know what you got to deal with when young boys come up, right? Bruh. You got to address it from the jump.
Bruh, yeah, I think you have to, and you have to show that, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's funny, bro. I was just having this conversation with somebody. People wait until like 16, 15.
Too late.
It's too late. These kids are experiencing so much so early and so
absolutely.
soon. So even with like your daughters, you got to do that father-daughter date time at a young age.
Right.
This is how a man is supposed to treat you.
Right.
You got to show her young, bro.
It goes back to it, bro.
And it's funny, bro, like real quick that we talking about, you know, fathers got to do like for their daughters. And you know, it's crazy, bro. Like, you know, my sister to me, bro, is like my world, bro. It's my princess, bro. And I know she gonna remember this though. But one night, I think I was like 21, 22. We was just chilling. I think with my brother, it was like a get together, maybe my birthday or something. And I was like, I don't really want you to ever date a dude like me. And she looked at me. She was like, you know, I was like, don't date a dude like me.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is though, because when you're so pure hearted, and a lot of times these parents, like moms, got to understand with their daughters, you got to watch what you say in front of them. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch what you speak and what you say, because sometimes that stuff will manifest into them girls that they go looking for love in other places.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy a lot of times.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I swear I love it. Like when I see my homeboys, like my man Tom P, bro, he got 3 girls, a Don.
Bang.
3 girls.
Bang.
And these dudes go hard for their daughters.
Yeah, I know a Don dude.
Yeah, my man Tom P, like, he got these in soccer camps, trainings. Shit, he hit me up all the time. I know I'd be faking on giving him, you know, a few dollars, but I mean, he go hard with them. And like, just to see a Don with his girls, bro.
So
and like,
pop, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they do what they want them to get. They want their daughters to really get a best version, see the best version of them. But they also doing that to spend time and letting them know this is how a man is supposed to do things for you.
Got you.
And that right there, bro, like I'd be so proud of them dudes, like, man, like just to see it, bro. Cause you know, a lot of times, man, like, you know, a female not having a father around, bro, it could cause some.
It causes all kind of issues
turmoil,
in the household.
bro.
Absolutely.
Like,
because if you ain't got an example, you don't know what the hell to expect.
You don't know, and then you'll go looking to love for all the wrong places just to cover that void. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
because if a man don't teach you, you know what I mean, at a young age, you gonna let some hard head boy out there tell you that he love you, and all of a sudden your ass is all over the place, you know.
and they out there. And I used to be one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I can speak on it.
Especially when you got the gift of gab, bro. Like you could literally like lead a shorty in the wrong direction, bro, and destroy her whole life, bro.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because, and you know, that's a cycle.
Yeah,
that has to be broken because she didn't really get to see what a man is really supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? How she's supposed to be treated.
Right.
Now, we can't play that blame game forever now because you can get done dirty once.
Right.
Maybe twice.
Right.
But then after that, come on, boo.
It's on you.
Yeah, we got to tighten up now.
Yeah.
You know what you don't need.
Yeah.
Come
Especially
on.
if you got kids, because then all you're doing is repeating the cycle. They're saying, oh, well, mom, you know, can't keep a man or whatever. You know, it's just what it is. Like, you know, you can even put it on how the woman allows a man to treat him. If she has a son, the son is going to catch that. He's going to be like, oh, so that's the way you treat women. You know what I mean? So
it's the little things, bro.
It's the little things, bro. And it seems little, but it has long-term ramifications. Like it really is super important that you be mindful about what you're displaying out there to your kids. That's just what it is.
Most definitely, and what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because you know the thing, and I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Curses and cycles, a lot of times they're about words. You don't necessarily have to do too much, bro, but it's about what you say. You know what I mean?
And what you put into them kids.
Exactly. Words are powerful.
Yeah.
If you say you gonna always be like your daddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I want everybody to really think about, if you grew up in a single parent household or thing like, just think about the things you heard that you didn't agree with, that you had to deal with because a parent might have been absent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that time that hurt will go out on the kids. So a lot of times kids have not been able that grown people have not been able to even deal with that conversation. Because think about if you had that conversation with your mom today, people that dealt with it.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Could you really address it?
Right.
Could you really sit down your mother or your father that will speak them negative things over you and really be like, man, this is why I am the way I am. This is why I'm not around. Or this is why I can't even get my shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's power in words, dog.
It's power, bro, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of hurting people, and it's because of childhood trauma.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
My man said it when we was on the way to Charlotte. He said you can't even unlock the next level to yourself until you address those traumas. Like, the man did it so smooth though. We was talking and he slid the sunroof open. He was like, you'll always hit a cap. You can't even get to your potential until you address that trauma. Yo.
Right. If that ain't truth, I don't know what is.
Word.
Think about it. Actually repeat what you just said, bro.
What you talking about?
Yeah, what he just said.
No, he said you really can't reach that next level of potential. You'll hit a cap, literally, unless you address your childhood and your trauma just overall.
And think about how many people you know with all the potential in the world, but they stop at a certain point. It makes you think, why now? Mm-hmm. Oh, have you really dealt with what you said you dealt with?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to, are you willing to address it?
Yeah.
And that's crazy, bro. Like, one of the hardest things, we talked about in the last podcast, one of the biggest things that black families do not do is sit down and have a conversation. Mm-hmm. If I could, think about if you sit down with all your mom and all her kids, and everybody said how they really feel.
That ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, bro. That's just not gonna happen because it's a lot of secrets, bro.
I could only imagine if Boogie, Angie, Douglas, myself, and Khadijah, if we sit down in a circle and we actually express things.
I just want to be a fly on the wall.
How we felt.
That's all I want to do.
Could it really happen? And for the loud part, I know my dad and my brother have had conversations. Like, my dad's begging my brother, I'm sorry. I just couldn't do more. Because sometimes, you can be with some spiteful people that will remove you from your kids too, though.
That's fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a man want to be involved, but mom won't let him. Our dad will take him. That's a hard situation. The dad can take him from a mom, but it could happen.
It could happen, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our grandma take him from dad.
Yeah.
Our aunt, you know what I'm saying? But think about if families really sit down and addressed it. I don't mind saying it. I mean, when my grandma passed, me and my family sit down. I mean, we talked about a lot. Has it got better? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it on buck.
Yeah.
But we got out what we need to get out.
Talking about it and addressing it and actually making an action is two separate things, bro. Because people say if I tell you how I feel, that's one thing, but are you willing to start making actions?
And the saddest part about this shit is, bro, and I spoke on it in the last podcast, I'm not gonna say my pop and his siblings are the best, but I see me and my brother going in that same direction how they are. Me and my brother going in that same direction. Because
it seemed normal. It seemed normal to you. It's a pattern,
it's a
bro.
pattern.
It's a pattern.
And it's crazy that I just said that because now I got to thinking about it like, damn. Like, me and my sister, that shit ain't gonna never, that's my
road dog.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna never change. She know she ain't going too far from me. But I'm seeing, that's how my dad is with his little sister.
Got you.
They can get upset with each other, but
at the end,
my aunt Lisa coming back.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? They can get upset no matter what. I was a baby, bro, 1 year old at my first birthday party, and they got to wrecking.
Fight.
Over me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So they have been doing that for years, but I see how my father is with my siblings, his siblings.
Right.
Me and my brother are falling in that same trap.
Got you.
And it's something that, it's definitely going to be addressed. A conversation is going to have to be had when the time's right. You never want to waste too much time because you want to give people the acknowledgement while they're here. And I told you, I'm not really big on that funeral. I wish I had more time when I had a choice to have time.
Right. And I think it's important that you said that, man. I think when we talk about breaking them, breaking generational curses and generational cycles, it's important that you call it by its name.
Most definitely.
You got to recognize the pattern. And I don't know if I said it already, but you can't address what you're not aware of. And so if you look at your dad and his siblings, and then you see that you and your brother are falling into the same pattern, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to somebody
to
break the pattern. You have to break it because at the end of the day, if you don't break it, it's just going to keep going.
And I'm not saying that you got to go out there and pour out your heart.
Right.
It's just a quick text, I love you.
Something.
Some type of communication.
It. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to break the silence.
And as simple as it is, bro, the next step to it is you have to do the opposite. If there's some miscommunication, get the communication right. Try to do your best to get that communication back online, because if you just allow it to just continue to be the same thing, bro, the definition of insanity is literally doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome.
Well, my question to you is, why is it so hard to communicate with family? Like, why is family so hard for them to communicate?
Because family, man, family hits so close to home, and it's such an emotional attachment to you, bro, that a lot of times people avoid those conversations with their family because, they really just don't want to get into it. You already don't want to have that feeling, deep down in your spirit, like something's off. You know what I mean? And I'll say this, man, I think my family is much like yours, is that a lot of times in my family anyways, we hadn't been right since we put my grandmother in the ground. And I want to say my grandmother died in, hell, if I think it was like 96 maybe. We ain't been right since then. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the reason why is because nobody has actually gotten together and sat down and said, this is what really is happening. This is why I'm upset. You know what I mean? We just don't communicate with each other. We have it. And I'm going to be honest with you. The pandemic helped a lot. It helped a lot because we actually started communicating a lot more.
It was a lot of FaceTime, 6, 7 people on the screen. Yeah.
But here's the thing, bro. We realized that our lack of communication, and I'm talking about my first cousins, well, our lack of communication had nothing to do with us. It had to do with the dysfunction with our parents. Oh, yeah. And so what we had to do was, a lot of times we had to exclude our parents from the equation.
Most definitely.
The first cousins had to say, okay, we going to start right here. Because if we going to, make it better for our offsprings or our kids to know each other, because, bro, my brother probably does, his kids probably don't know half of our family because our family doesn't talk, live in the same city.
I'm about to say, yeah, ain't y'all around the same?
Bro, I'm from New Haven. New Haven ain't big. So it ain't no reason why, like, literally his kids could probably be going to the same school as their cousin and don't know him. You know what I mean? And so that's where it's like, okay, we decided we had to break a cycle. So when I was up in New Haven, maybe like a couple of weeks ago, man, it was the first time we had our first cousins get together, bro. We had a great time. Okay. Just spending time, man, because, like, again, we understood, we recognized the pattern, saying that, okay, there's a lot of dysfunction in our family, and it's because people just won't talk, man. They won't talk and they won't say their piece about what's really going on. Yeah, like say what's wrong with you, man. Like, that's the thing, bro. Families have a lot of secrets, man, and my family is no exception with that, bro, at all.
Yeah, that secret thing for real, man. I remember, damn, I be feeling like I'm telling on.
You feel like that?
I just be, because, older folks keep a lot of secrets.
Yeah, they keep it to the chest, bro.
And I ain't talking about moms. I'm talking about they moms, grandmas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Great grandmas. I know one of the hardest things, like, for my grandma, my mom's mom, my grandma Jean, love her to death. That's my baby. But when she had to let her youngest daughter know, cuss this ain't your, when she finally had to come to grips and let it out after people had did their own, you know what I'm saying? People gonna do their own research now. But when she finally kind of just did it, I was kind of upset with how it went down, just because I feel like they were attacking her. But it's something that had to be expressed too, though. But older folks, they grew up in a different time where what you saw, you had to keep to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, it's hard because, like I said, bro, we're in different times now. We can talk about things, but back then they couldn't, bro. Yeah. The things they saw, you know what I'm saying? Your great grandma was dealing with somebody from a different race and all that. You wasn't allowed to speak on that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I always ask my mom, it's a lot of questions, Mom. People really want to know, are we mixed? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at you and look at grandma. Grandma damn near Caucasian. Yeah. I look at you, baby. You high yellow, but you borderline with that hair. You a little thin. Yeah, she is. That hair a little thin now. Oh man. You know.
Questions.
Yeah. So, and it's crazy because we don't really know, because we wasn't there back then. But that was something taught to them, that they couldn't really speak on stuff. You couldn't. Right? That's you've been disobedient. Right. Which you know what I'm saying. So we gotta be that mindful too with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think, it's definitely a cycle of things that has to be addressed. But I feel sometimes, like, think about it, like your mom's mom, her mom, the things that they had to keep secret. Now it's in a different form now, how it passed down. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's definitely a conversation that has to be had sometimes. And that's why I said, could you really sit down and and this is the thing I tell people all the time, could you really handle the truth?
Yeah, that's the thing, because a lot of times you're not. And I think a lot of times, families don't have the conversation, especially with their younger kids, is because they don't feel like these kids are ready for the truth. My family kept from me how my dad passed away until I was 18.
See what I'm saying?
And I didn't know why. See, bro, it's so crazy. And I don't even know if I want to go into this, but I'm gonna go into it.
Okay, that's
so.
Do your thing.
I struggle a lot, man, with addiction. Okay, but it's not. I never was addicted to drugs. Okay, I was always addicted to people. Yeah, I was addicted to people. At one point, I was addicted to food. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it. Like I realized that I have an addictive personality. That's why I gotta watch what I do. That's the reason why I don't have social media, because my freshman year, bro, like literally that's all I did. Like when I'm addicted to something, that's all I'm doing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Locked in on it. I'm locked in, but I didn't know why I struggled with breaking these addictions, and nobody told me. My dad was addicted to heroin. Okay. My mother was addicted to alcohol. She was doing drugs. You know what I mean? Okay. That addiction passed through my bloodline. It's in my DNA to be addicted to things. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't know why. So I didn't even know what to pray for. You know what I'm saying? I just knew that I had pulls on me. You know what I mean? So I always had to be careful about what I allow myself to get into. Yeah. Even with sex, bro, I had to literally deny myself for years, bro, because I realized if I'm gonna be with somebody, I need to be with them for them, not by, it's because it's in me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To just be addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? It was a fight. I know. So you gotta have these conversations with your kids. Like when you said when they get 15, 16, that shit too late. It's too late, bro. Because you have no idea like what they really go through coming up in those years, and if you don't address it, then you know what I mean? It's only gonna get worse, bro. Yeah, and we can't be afraid to have them conversations, man, where our kids are little siblings. Like it has to be had. Right. And like you said, man, addictions come in so many different forms. It ain't gotta be drugs. It don't. It ain't gotta be alcohol. It don't, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So nah, bro, I'm just, like I tell you, bro, what I always tell you when we do feedback from people, what they always say. They want to hear more from Wes. Yeah, and I don't get no more than that, what you just came with. You know what I'm saying, bro? Sure. But it's crazy that your mom waited till you was 18, though. But here's the thing, But could you, real quick? Yeah. Could you had handled it? Like if you would have knew earlier, could you have really been able to process it? I couldn't because I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, to keep it real, it wasn't the best timing. It wasn't the best timing when they told me, because when I came from Germany, I was 18. I was just about to go into my freshman year of college. Okay. And so it's another cycle in my family. Like nobody in my family, I can't say nobody, but we have a pattern going on where everybody else in our family, like they're never really raised by their mom. You know what I mean? It's always like you're raised by another family member. You know what I'm saying? So for example, I was raised by my grandmother. My grandmother passed away. Then I was raised by my Aunt Eula. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then even my Aunt Eula's kids were raised by somebody else. You know what I mean? My Aunt Patricia and whatnot. So it's just always a pattern to even the point my brother's kids are being raised by my mom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I say all that, bro. So when I got back from Germany from being with my cousin who had, again, took on the mantle when my Aunt Eula couldn't raise me anymore, we went to Germany, came back, and we were sitting down having a conversation with my mom, and she told me, she was like, the reason why, that I couldn't take care of you, and I didn't know. And she was like, she was like, nobody told you. And I was looking at her, I was like, nobody told me nothing. She was like, well, I'm HIV positive, and I've been HIV positive since your older brother was born. Blew me away, bro. Another secret. And you're 18. And I'm 18. Mm-hmm. And I'm 18, and I had no idea all these years. I had no idea. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's secrets like that, bro, that really I can't say it like it hinders it hindered my progress or anything like that. But it sure as hell would have been helpful to know early on, bro. Like for me to understand why my mom wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Because she was dealing with her own demons and traumas from that. You know what I mean? So she couldn't give me, her time and attention because she was dealing with one addiction and also dealing with, at the time, what was a death sentence for a lot of black people in our communities.
And she was doing what she felt that was best to protect you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once again, our parents was raised differently. You know what I'm saying? And then you never know. Moms really didn't know how to even say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How do I tell my kids that?
Yeah.
You feel me? So, in her mind, she think it was time. You got to think about it. I'm glad I really thought about that. When a kid turned 18, they're considered a man.
Right.
So she probably felt best. It's time to let me let them in on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, it probably you might not see it, but it probably was time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I had to really think about it, I think it probably wasn't what I wanted to hear, but it's what I needed to hear. You know what I mean? Going into a next phase of my life, actually becoming a man and then trying to figure it out. I think she probably just felt like it's the best time for me to let them know. You know what I mean? I think she was more surprised that something like that held on for so long, those kind of secrets. I guess she always assumed that somebody else would let me know.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I said before, bro, like they come from a different time.
Yeah.
Secrets. It was a must.
Yeah.
They wasn't allowed to speak on things. Like, so we just have to be mindful, but we also ain't gonna crutch it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But just for hearing you say it, bro, like somebody needed to hear it.
Yeah, I believe it.
You see what I'm saying? Because
we
ain't just here just to be given, the life of Custis and the life of Wesley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want to help somebody, you feel me? But sometimes you have to expose and let out and let in your truth to help the next person.
Yeah, I believe
you. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro? But nah, bro, like I said, bro, you had me at all. Like just because, like I tell you all the time, bro, like remember, I don't know if you remember a couple episodes ago, like it's so much more than people have no idea what they've seen from you.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? I know your future plans, but I know there's like a book in the work. Like I know there's so much in the works with you. Like, so like just to see, you know what I'm saying, that you coming out the shell, bro, like that shit is like I said earlier, the growth of when I sit back and I watch these over.
Yeah.
And I just be like, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all we got for the folks, bro. We coming back stronger in 2 weeks. But you know what I'm saying? But hey, like I always say, failure is not an option. Hey, man, I'm C.
Hey, Wes, man, we love y'all later, yo.
Please, we do nothing without you.
Peace.
Pulling up, shut it down when I'm pulling up. Come around when I'm pulling up. In my town and I'm pulling up. Ready for